what went wrong for you there?
Pardon?
What went wrong for your mob there?
We did a lot right. We turned up tonight with probably the youngest team we've put on the paddock for probably since I've been involved. I'm not sure of that factual data around that, but we left number one ruckman out, a captain stayed at home, Paddy Lipinski, 150 game, a lot of experience. We brought in youth, and so we come up here deliberately tonight to put on a show for our fans that we want to fight, and we want to. That jumper means something when you put it on. It doesn't matter who wears it, and we wanted to represent our jumper and our colours and our fans well. And I know this game's judged on wins and losses, so you get judged that you don't get points for it, but there's a certain opportunity to turn up and play a brand of footy that our fans will be proud of, and we think we did that.
As you said, you were already a ruck down. How is Oscar?
Yeah, it's not looking good. Unfortunately, early diagnosis is a full reconstruction, but we'll again have to get scans to confirm all that. But yeah, that's sad, and to see what he was capable of against Brodie, who clearly is one of the better ruckmen in the competition. He was really holding his own, and we had a lot of ascendancy from that. I think we might have been 16 points up or close to it around that time, and then the game changes because we just have to have the next man up. We've got Dan McStay and Jack Buller and then Long trying. But not many teams can cope when the number one ruckman goes down like that against an opponent like Brodie.
Craig, can you talk about the game plan, especially early when you were able to put the pressure on, you were able to restrict the Swans' movement through the corridor, get the first 5 goals of the game? Was it going almost perfectly to the plan that you drew up?
Yeah. No, we had a deliberate plan. It wasn't overwhelming for our young group, and we had we had parts of our game we executed beautifully, and I love that desire from our leaders. I think our leaders were outstanding this week, setting this game up. Their standards, their energy. They led from the front, and then we get Geordie getting in the game early, really important, and Nick kicking a couple of goals as a forward. A lot of things worked, didn't it? And again, we turned up with a plan. You've got to execute it against the best team in the competition, or arguably. We thought we did that well.
Do you look at that second quarter? I think it was 1-7 in the end, and then Sydney get 2 late ones and kind of bring that game back into the balance?
Well, you lose by a goal. It's all those moments, isn't it? Someone had a set shot. Someone could have stepped a goal. Both teams kicked 15 points. It was tricky conditions. I think it's only the second time this year the Swans haven't kicked 100 points. So we defend the ground well at our best, which gives us an opportunity with that energy of an effort that we had tonight, plus defending the ground. Well, we're going to be in a lot of games.
Great. In terms of your game plan, just how well you shut the Swans down in terms of the corridor, what was it that you did so well there? Because you really starved them of the ball early. Yeah.
I think most opposition will be able to look behind the goals and see an opportunity. The Swans are so aggressive through there, so you got to get density in there and make it hard for them to go through that part of the game. And second quarter they went a lot wider, whether it was through our bodies in the position, but forced them to go a different method, and the game was in the balance for a long time. I'm really proud at the end too, when it looked like they kicked a couple of goals, the crowd's roaring and all the free kicks are going their way, everything's sort of in their favour, and go, no, we're not going to give up. Let's play another 5 minutes and see how we go. That's the energy we had tonight, and that's the energy we want for our fans every week.
Brodie said he enjoyed having a bit of a catch up with you on the sideline.
Yeah.
Can you share what you said?
I'd love to be able to share, but I can't share exactly what I said to him. It was all respect. Trust me, it was all respect, and I've got great respect for what he's doing, and nothing untoward.
15 behinds tonight. You talk about small moments making up for a 1-goal loss. How would you rate the goal kicking tonight?
It's challenging. It's where you have the shots from. That I think most of those in the second quarter were rushed snaps in the wet. We want to execute better. Again, same amount of points for each team. It's small margins, isn't it? We played Hawthorn, arguably one of the better teams in the competition, took them right to the line. Had a draw. We played Freo early in the year. They haven't lost a game since we played them, lost by a goal or something. Now we play the Swans away with a developing group, and we're showing our best is good enough. And that's exciting. We've got a lot of work to do. I'm not naive. A lot of work to do. Played the Cats last week. They showed that their form stacks up. They're playing as good as anyone. And we showed our best tonight. We'll compete.
And obviously missing some troops tonight, as you alluded to before. Have you got any updates on whether the boys in the concussion protocols are tracking well, or Darcy, how he's going?
Yeah, we're hopeful. They've done everything to now, and get through next week, and they're likely to be available. Darcy Cameron likely to be available, so we'll get a few troops back. Pendles will be back for his big milestone. We're looking forward to celebrating that.
Clearly, there'll be some talk again about Scott not playing this game. What would you say to people who go, or maybe if he was here, that would have helped the game?
Well, do you want to celebrate the record for the most games in the history of the game here tonight, or would you rather do it next week in the MCG? That's a simple question, and I respectfully, when Pendles has played that many games, that we want to make sure that we celebrate him in the right manner. His body isn't as bulletproof as you think it is. 5 and 6 day breaks. All the data says that he's just getting to the line, and we're looking after him, and we'll celebrate him appropriately.
Craig, I don't think anybody has run the Swans as close this season. Certainly not at the SCG. Do you think that you guys almost had the blueprint in terms of taking them on?
Well, again, our opposition scout, Jack Prado, does an incredible job. He works that hard to look for little cracks in everyone's armour. Everyone's doing it to us as well. You've got to find a way. I'm using a lot of AI too at the moment. It's pointing us in the right direction for a lot of things, and we just got to keep trying to find ways to beat the best teams. And again, I repeat myself, but we're showing that our best is capable, and small margins and a lot of improvement still to come, we hope, and who knows from there.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.